Good morning, folks. Uh, Trying to connect with Josh there. Josh,
www.monroviamediagroup.com or email info@monroviamediagroup.com. Get paid today as an artist for your work with Vibes.
Welcome to Circus, where you can find great quality t-shirts, hoodies, and other merchandise inspired by culture and creativity. We offer a variety of unique designs you can rock for any occasion that will fit your style. Visit our website at circus.com, ser-kes.com, and subscribe for exclusive access to discounts, new arrivals, and many more. Thank you for choosing Circus.
The Monrovia Media Group.
Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? Are you a property owner and looking for a quick and suitable way to sell your properties? Are you looking for a house, an apartment, or land to buy in Liberia, West Africa? Look no further, because Superior Real Estate has all the solutions to your problems. They have beautiful acres of land and comfortable homes for you to buy now. Registered and incorporated, Superior Real Estate is bringing honest real estate transactions and a peace of mind to all their clients. Located in Pinzio, Superior Real Estate can be reached on 0880-544-111 or WhatsApp them on +231-775-874610. You will not be disappointed. Superior Real Estate. Real estate you can trust.
This love they make me shamanya. I'm a little baby, marama.
Are you looking for a place where to fix your keys if lost or damaged? Or are you thinking on how to duplicate your home, office, or car keys? Don't worry, because your worries are all over. AutoKey Liberia is the best solution to all of your problems. At AutoKey Liberia, we are specialized in all keys programs and professional in other keys and remotes of all types. We are located at Seyon Bourgeois Orland. Find us at Clever Mission Junction, EOW Community. For more information, you can call the following cell numbers: 0777-337-808 or 0886-530-512. Do business with AutoKey Liberia and thank me later.
Are you in search of a printing press that can handle all your printing needs? Or are you stressed with finding a printer that can deliver all your printing services on time? Then search no more. Your answer is Dream Design Incorporated. Dream Design Incorporated is a 100% Liberian-owned printing press that can handle all your printing problems. Our services include high-quality large format printing, oversized printing, digital printing, design and logos creation, and banners and posters printing. We also print brochures, flyers, postcards, face cap, t-shirts, and ID cards. At Dream Design, we pre-finance your work and have a special discount for our customers. We are located at the intersection of Lynch and Kere Streets. For more information, contact us on cell numbers 0776 549 122 or 0886 462-008, or better still, email us via dreamdesignliberia@gmail.com. Dream Design is about time to change your printer for good.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code Costa to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, you couldn't hear me first?
Yes, I couldn't hear you first. Yeah, but it's good.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go on, Bog. I'm listening.
Okay, let me say good morning to our many listeners home and abroad. Let me say a welcome to another edition of the Costa Show. Today is Thursday, April the 22nd, 2021. And, we have gone 3 years, I can say, and a half into the administration of President Weah. And gradually we are climaxing this year. And next year will all be about elections. So if he is not putting his act together for now, I don't know when would that be. So this year we just have this year, but next year is going to be all about preparing for the upcoming election, and that will just be another year that he himself will be there to focus on how he can be re-elected. So let me say good morning, Costa.
Morning, Buckeye. Folks, good morning to you. We're gonna talk a little bit about the situation in Ganta. See whether we got any update there on that on that situation. We will talk about the Keseli Moba situation, folks. Now, Keseli Moba, yeah, I think I put what's today's date?
Yeah,
today is the 22nd, is it not? Yeah, it's the 22nd, April the 22nd. Yeah, that's today's date. Now, the Keseli Moba situation is such that we had talked about it for some time. Keseli Moba this man has been a notorious armed robber. He has been an operative for actors in the government, carrying out operations of all kinds for them.
Mm-hmm.
And engaged in armed robbery as well. Keseli Moba was finally arrested. He was prosecuted, and he was prosecuted, but not for the gravest of the crimes that he committed. He committed a number of crimes. Armed robbery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Conspiracy to commit armed robbery. And in the process of the commission of the armed robbery, which happened in the dry erase market community in September of 2020. September of 2020. Keseli Moba was shot in the foot by police officers, and they apprehended him and they took him to the police station. Keseli Moba ran into the security guard on the scene or at the residence, and he killed him.
Yeah.
He killed him in cold blood. That's murder. Period. That's what it is. There's no way around it. Now, Keseli Moba, instead of being prosecuted for murder, they chose to only prosecute Keseli Moba for armed robbery.
Yes.
The government did not prosecute Keseli Moba for for murder, which is a much graver crime than armed robbery.
Sure.
Because Keseli Moba works for Jefferson Koji and he works for the government.
Yeah.
Fellow Liberians, it is with great sadness that I inform you that Keseli Moba has been sentenced to a mere 4 years in prison. 4 years. This is a man who murdered a security guard in cold blood. This is a man who was caught in the act. He was caught while he was committing the act of armed robbery after he had murdered the security guard. Imagine this. 4 years in jail for murdering someone. Well, I mean, he wasn't even Keseli Moba was not even prosecuted for for murder. So there's no need even mentioning that. He was murdered. I mean, he murdered the security guard. We have the pictures. Very graphic, very disturbing. The security guard was called Kapau, something like that. That was his nickname. Murdered this man in cold blood. And to think that they did not prosecute him for murder. Fellow Liberians, do you understand what I'm trying to say? This man murdered the security guard in cold blood. And because Keseli Moba works for Koji and he works for the government folks, they use him to pick people up, to kill them, to do all sorts of things to them. So what did they do? They didn't prosecute him for murder. This man committed multiple crimes. The most egregious of them was murder. He killed the security guard on duty in order to try to get into the people's home and arm rob them. The police shot him in the leg and captured him. And then you try him not for murder. They had the evidence that the man committed murder, but they chose to not prosecute him for murder. They prosecuted him only for the crime of armed robbery. Now, folks, armed robbery is nothing compared to murder. Absolutely nothing compared to murder. I mean, nothing compared to murder. Now, Keseli Moba is going to go to prison for only 4 years. According to my sources, okay?
Wow.
They are planning the moment he goes to prison, they're going to pardon Keseli Moba. He'll probably serve 1 or 2 years behind bars, and they're going to let him out. Folks, what does this tell you about this country? This is how these guys operate. This man committed murder. You caught him in the act. We know you didn't want to prosecute him. We know you didn't want to do that. But having come under tremendous pressure from us, which forced Pipipa Gucci Clown Mayor Jefferson Koji to call a press conference and to say that he had nothing to do with Keseli Moba and blah, 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 blah. In the end, we forced them to prosecute Keseli Moba. But when I found out that these people did not prosecute Keseli Moba for the commission of murder of the security guard, but merely for armed robbery, and they give him a slap on the wrist sentence of 4 years for committing first-degree murder. This was premeditated murder. Keseli Moba woke up, decided to go to those people's home. using the vehicle that Jefferson Koji assigned to him. He ran into the security, drove into the security guard, murdered him in cold blood, and then he attempted to arm rob the people. The police came in time. He exchanged gunfire with them. And in the end, the police shot him and they took him away. Now, folks, I know there's a tendency that oftentimes, you only like the very political news. The news that is very political. That's the one you find juicy.
Yeah.
All the G's.
Mhm.
Fellow Liberians, think about this. That a man who murdered someone in cold blood in the commission of a crime, it was a struggle to prosecute him. Do you think if Keseli Moba were not an operative, if he wasn't an operative of this government, do you think they would have not prosecuted him for murder? Of course they would have prosecuted him for murder.
Sure.
But today, Keseli Moba is going to prison for 4 years. 4 years for murdering a poor security guard in cold blood. 4 years. 4 years. And according to my sources, Keseli Moba is telling his friends in prison that he will be released in 1 or 2 years. Fellow Liberians, these guys are terrible. And who is a ringleader? Who is a mastermind behind all of this? Jefferson Tamba Koji, the city mayor of Monrovia. He is the mastermind. Oh, yes, he's the one. He supports Keseli Moba. He finances him. He uses him to commit all kinds of crimes. He went and picked up Justina Taylor. They drugged her. They raped her. They tortured her. And all kinds of horrible things you can imagine. They intended to kill her. But for God, Justina would have been dead. This is the guy that has been now convicted for only and has been sentenced to only 4 years in prison. But the thing is very disturbing and disappointing.
Yeah. Totally.
Armed robbery. He was caught in the act. He was caught with a weapon. He was caught. The evidence is overwhelming. He murdered the security guard. The evidence is there. Then you say what? 4 years? Oh, like Liberia. And the guys don't even care. They don't even care. So George Weah goes to become Grand Bass accountant.
Yeah.
And Finley organizes a big rally for George Weah. And seditionists look at that sort of thing. And they are celebrating. Oh. Well, a lawyer just told me this. A lawyer just said this. It says, the law is, I'm going to read exactly what he said. He said, the law is, while committing armed robbery, if death ensues, you will be sentenced to life. Folks, are you listening to that?
Yeah.
This is a lawyer. He just said this to me. If you are in the process of committing armed robbery and somebody dies, you will be, are you there, Bogai?
I'm here, cuz. I'm listening.
Okay. If you are in the process of committing armed robbery,
yeah,
and someone is killed in the process of committing armed robbery, the law says that you will go to jail for life.
And in the case of Keseli Moba, did it happen? Yes, it did.
Well, he killed Kapau. Poor security guard lost his life during the commission of his armed robbery. The man lost his life.
Sure.
Exactly. Now, so back to what I was saying. But what are we going to do? Nothing. We're going to just hold it against them. Keseli Moba will most certainly be out of prison in a year or two. And we will tell you when they set him free. We will let you know. Because we will certainly know. Now, I want to say this to you. George Weah goes to Grand Bassa. Finlay and his folks, they organize a welcome ceremony for George Weah. And they see that sort of thing. And they are so excited by it. So freaking excited by it. And so what do? I see the seditions, they are posting left and right. 2023. So Carrasco made a post. They took these Zoom pictures from the sky.
Yeah.
And they're posting. Look at the crowd. Oh, the people love the man. How many guys are stupid? Seditions are so stupid. They're celebrating that Bassa is for George Weah in 2023. So I'm forced, I feel tempted, and I could not resist the temptation. So I posted, I made a comment on Carrasco's post. I said, these guys, I said, jokers. And you believe that George Weah is so popular in Grand Bassa, but then why didn't you win the December 8th election in Bassa?
Just a few days ago.
And you know what Carrasco said to me in response? He said George Weah was not running in December. And all the other citizens, they join him. They say, oh, no, George Weah was not a candidate in December.
Yeah, but he lifted somebody's hands up.
Oh, no, they're still saying that doesn't count.
Oh, wow.
Even though he went to Bassa, he raised Basanga Finlay's hand, beat him the market dog. George Weah is still saying, no, it's not on me. He went to Bummy County and raised the hand of Alex Tyler and beat him the market dog. And George Weah still says, no, it is not on me. He went to Magibi County and asked the people of Magibi to vote for Ivar Jones. The people beat him. He still said, no, it is not on me. It's got nothing to do with me. Where else did he go, boy guy?
He paraded with Thomas Fala.
He raised Thomas Fala's hand. We beat him like market dog. George Weah still says, it doesn't count. It is not on me. It is on Fala. Every single candidate whose hand we are raised, we beat them like market dog. And yet Weah says, it is not on me. It is not on me. Well, what kind of man is this? You staked your political capital on the line. You campaign for these candidates. We whoop their behinds. And yet you say that it is not on you? Pakai, this guy is a joker. I mean, this is ridiculous. So now they are saying, what they are saying now, Bwaka, is, okay, you all might have flocked us in the December 8th elections, but the presidential election will be your.
Yeah.
And what do they base this on? Oh, the president was not on the ballot.
Yeah. Those that were on the ballot, they were not the, the rightful president. The president lifted their hand. Oh, so the president himself will be running. So we will win y'all.
Fellow Liberians, they are saying that the president was not on the ballot. Therefore, it is not fair, according to them, it is not accurate to say that they lost and that the defeat is against Weah. They say, no, don't say that. George Weah did not run. He supported people. The people he supported were flocked. But they say we should not say that the election had no effect on Weah because Weah did not run. That is what they are saying. I've never heard this one before. That people would choose to deceive themselves in that manner, Bwakai. They would choose to tell themselves that sort of nonsense. And they would believe that nonsense. No. Don't put it on us. The election was not about Weah.
Yeah, but Costa, is the president himself believing such a thing? Because you just got defeated in an election, and going back there again, you see large number of people. Don't you think that this was financially supported? The president not thinking that way?
What was financially supported?
Meaning to bring all the crowd back on the street for him, because
Oh, but they
They
had
go-
to spend money.
Yeah.
They had to send money. They had to spend money to deceive him.
Mm-hmm.
We bring the crowd out,
Yeah.
and we make it look like, yeah, the president is very popular. That the president is very popular. Sorry, that the president is very popular in Grand Bassa. They had to do this. This is the way they operate. We got to bring all these people out so that they can see. George Weah can see them, so George Weah can say, "Oh yeah, he's popular, yeah." And you know the thing, Bwaga? When he was not president, he used to raise the hand of people who would win.
Sure.
He raised the hand of Akaras Gray. Akaras Gray won.
Yeah.
That little marijuana smoking tight. I'm gonna end it.
Zogo.
Zogo, yeah, that's Zogo. He raised the hand of Akara Zogo Gray. Akara Zogo Gray won.
Mm-hmm.
He raised the hand of the plank seller Thomas Fala, and Thomas Fala won.
Mm-hmm.
He raised the hand of the late Hannah Brent, who ran a Kobo shop.
Mm-hmm.
He also won. He raised the hand of the late Geraldine Doe Sharif. She won. He raised the hand of Baka. Let's go. The people he raised.
The late Munapelo.
He raised the hand of the late Munapela. Munapela won.
Mm-hmm.
He raised the hand of let's go. Solomon George.
Yeah, Solomon George.
Solomon George won. He raised the hand of let's go.
Yeah. The list is endless, Costa.
Let Moses Tandapoli.
Yeah.
Moses Tandapoli won. He raised the hand of, so many people. So many people. George Weah raised the hands of so many people and they all won. And he was the president. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But he accomplished that. Now that he's president, supposedly with more power and resources, the people whose hands he raised now, they cannot win. But then he said, oh, it's not on me. But they always took credit for the fact that George Weah made those people, right?
Sure.
But now that George Weah can no longer make anybody, they don't want to take credit for that.
Yeah.
Edward Fall. He raised the hand of Edward Fall, and Edward Fall won.
Yeah.
This man raised the hand of so many people who won elections all over for many, many years. Many, many years, those people won. But today,
Costa now, he went back to district number 5, where Tomofala is, and Tomofala couldn't win his own district, meaning where he voted, he couldn't win there.
Yeah, exactly. So now the citizens are saying, no. It's not on the president. But when he raised those people's hands years ago and they won elections, it was all thanks to him. It was all thanks to him. But today, when they lose, it's not on him. He raised the hand of Sir Joseph.
Okay.
Senator Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph won. Rufus Nouvel. He raised the hand of Rufus Nouvel. Rufus Nouvel won. So this man has raised the hands of so many people in the past who won elections, won seats. But as president, they don't win anymore. Is it not easy for them to just sit down and very simple and say, okay, what's happening here? We are used to raise people's hands and they used to win. But today, when he raises people's hands, they no longer win. So what is happening here? Dixon Sibo, for example.
Yeah.
He raised the hand of Dixon Sibo. Dixon Sibo won. So the question here is, why doesn't Mr. Weah, why can't he raise people's hands anymore to get him elected? Because Mr. Weah, as president of the republic, is a damn rogue. And even the citizens who used to listen to him now realize that he's nothing but a damn criminal. He's a wicked man. He sends people to murder people in cold blood. He's a damn criminal. He likes himself. He's building mansions while the people are suffering. He has destroyed the country's economy. And he's such a damn stupid fool that he doesn't realize that. And he continues to cause pain for the Liberian people. And that is why when he raises people's hands, the people say, you damn rogue, we're not going to vote for that person.
and his supporters, meaning the people, his cabinet, are still making it look like he's popular.
Yeah. How
They
the
are
hell
still
is he popular that he raises people's hands and they cannot win elections?
Mm.
How is he popular? And so now they go to Grand Bassa. And President Gafile spends a little bit of money, and then he brings a few hundreds of people out. And we sees that. And he says to himself, damn it, I've still got it in me. I will win in this county. Grand Bassa County is mine. That is what the idiot in chief tells himself. That he is still popular and that he will win Grand Bassa County. Even though the candidate whose hand he raised there lost the election, even though the candidate, all of the other candidates whose hands he raised all over the country lost, but he tells himself, I am still popular. The classic textbook example or scenario of the emperor with no clothes.
Sure.
The man is naked, but when you tell him he's naked, he doesn't see it. He said, well, look at the clothes I'm wearing. What? Man, I look like a real emperor. Because he doesn't see. He is blinded by his stupidity, his impudence, his greed. He's blinded. The man does not see. Now, folks, what we did here, we shared the video on multiple platforms. So the combined total of the viewing is 1,051 people on my two pages, my personality page and my personal page. So those two pages split the views. So we're 1,000 plus. But you see, what it does is that it will give you the combined total of those who are viewing, but it will tell you on each of the pages, it will show you how many people are there watching. So that's why you sort of see 661 people watching on the. You see, this is the thing, Buckeye. This is the one thing about this StreamYard app that I don't have a problem with that particular one, but you see, the whole thing is a perception thing, right? We know we have a lot of views. We are over 1,000 people watching live, apart from the thousands who are listening via the multiple online apps. But here's the point, though. People are carried away. Yeah, we're live on Facebook as well. I mean, on YouTube.
Yeah, live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. So the views are split across these three platforms. That's the way it works. So the views are split. If you go on all these different platforms, you will see the views. All the different views are there. But the thing here, the point I'm making here is people are carried away by these things. For example, if somebody logs on this morning to my personal Facebook page where we used to go live from, and they realize that I have only 675 people, then somebody will be like, but there's something wrong. Costa doesn't have the kind of views he used to have anymore. Why is it 671 people? Then they're going to be saying, oh, Costa's views are dropping, But in reality, we have 1,100 people watching across three platforms. So, and we don't want our opponents running with it that our views are dropping. Now, they could use it as a propaganda thing against us. So perhaps what we're going to do, we will continue to use this app. Yes, nothing wrong with it. I like the app. The fact that Boakai can come on now, folks can see Boakai. We'll continue to use the app, but we will only stream the show from my main Facebook page so that everybody can still get it, so that all the views can be
one place,
collapsed into one place, as opposed to spread across multiple platforms, so that seditians and our detractors can't say, oh, the man views dropping. Look at that morning, the man only got 655 views. Whereas in reality, in actuality, we got over 1,100 views in total. So I think that's what we're going to do. What do you make of that, folks? Let's ask our people. This whole thing is a propaganda thing. They're going to run with it. Oh, the man ain't got plenty of watching here again. Something wrong somewhere. So I think we should stay with one primary page. We will share the video on other pages, but we can broadcast from one page. So I think we should do that. So they won't say our views are dropping, because our views have not dropped. But they might say that. Even in the face of George Weah increasing data price, our views haven't dropped. It didn't really affect us. So I think we will remain with one page and then we'll move forward. Now, folks, just something interesting. So I did a poll on Facebook. And I asked the question, a very simple question. Who do you think should head the CPP in 2023? Who do you think should head the CPP in 2023? And the numbers are there. And this poll is by far the biggest. What is it with us, Braga? Everything we do tends to break record, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the poll, I posted this poll about this opinion poll 19 hours ago. 4,500 people have voted. 4,500. The numbers are there. Numbers online. 4,500 comments on this post. 4,500. Okay. This is incredible.
And people are still voting.
People are still voting.
Mm-hmm.
It's open to the general public. 4,500 people. Now, this is a great sample size. It tells you. Now, we've done some tabulation of the numbers of the votes that have been cast here. People are expressing themselves who they think should be the candidate for president. I'm not asking for VP. I see some people saying John Bryan Paul. This I say who should head the CPP, not the who should be the VP. I'm not interested in the VP. And folks, here's what I've done. Yeah, B Sister Aliyah Kamara, that's true. We will consolidate the views to one page so that our detractors can say, oh, the people views drop, but look at the mega 600 and something views. No. We'll consolidate the views on one page. That is what we're going to do. Tomorrow morning, that's what we're going to do. So here is the thing, right? Of the 4,500 people who have voted, 4,500 Liberians who have voted, guess what? 4,500 comments in 19 hours. I mean, is that not a record? Only the Costa show can get that sort of thing. I mean, we are the only people who've gotten 5,000 views. Nobody else. In fact, Joe Bugger is the one who broke my record. My record was 4,800 people. I reached 4,800 people by myself without any guest. Joe Bugger came and took it to 5,000. He added 200. He broke our record by 200 views. It's okay. It's okay. So Joe Bugger broke our record. In the future, we'll find something else that will break our record. To take our record back. So we're gonna break Joe Bugger record and take our record back. But 5,000 views is no joke. It's no joke. 5,000 views. So Joe Bugger did that. Fine. But so we did the poll. Who should head? We didn't name anybody. We didn't say to people, name your candidate or whatever. We asked people, who do you think should head the ticket, the CPP in 2023? It must be said, 2 weeks ago, Senator Darius Dillon did a similar poll.
Yeah.
For him, he asked who or what the ticket should look like, the entire ticket. Now, we didn't ask about the ticket. We don't want to know about the whole ticket. We just want to know who should be the head. And Darius Dillon got about 2,000 comments. 2,000 comments or so on his Facebook page on a particular post. Now, so you see here, now this is not scientific because there are some people who voted once or twice or three times. So some people did that. Some people voted multiple times.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm going to say to you. When we did the tabulation, do you care to know the results? Now, folks, as I said, it is not scientific, but do you care to know the results? Do you care to know what it says? Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
yes,
not for you.
I care to know.
But we want to ask our people whether they care. Now, I want to ask the people first, do you care to know? Let them vote. Those of you who are watching Facebook Live, I can see your comments, so please tell me, do you care to know these results? If you don't care to know, I will not announce them. 2 candidates are trending. 2 individuals are trending as to who should lead. Now, I'm waiting for more votes. If you tell me overwhelmingly that I should announce the results, I will announce the results. James David says yes. Beatrice Dan Bedia says yes. Jacob Wasano says yes. Dominic Musa says no. Dominic, you have your right. Timothy Village Boy Smith says yes. Bassman J says yes. Charles Bayu says yes. D Mellofellow says yes. Aliyah Kamara Delane says yes. Abraham El Salif says yes. Samuel Simpson says yes. Louis Garcia says yes. Tracy Wilson says yes. James Neal says yes. So far, of the majority of the people are saying yes. We should announce the results. Why?
Yeah,
And we are being democratic. We're listening to our people, right?
absolutely.
People say they care to know what the results are. Henry Yonton says yes. Sewo Rabo says yes. Nelly Salif Sabe says yes. Anthony Henry Costa David says yes. Nally Johnson says yes. Cherna A. Barry says yes. Josiah Slot Nangbe says yes. My dear sweetheart Willamette H. Clark says yes. Mother Beatrice Washington says yes. Ambassador Fidel Thomas Sankara says yes. Mike Fire David says we are waiting. I'll take that as a yes. So people want to know the results. In this case, I am compelled as the chair of the election commission. Baga is the co-chair.
Co-chair.
Hereby declare and announce the results. I mean, folks, in polling, there's something called sample size. You can have a 5 million population. They could take 1,000 per 1 million people. That's enough to tell them how people are thinking. So that's a sample size. So let me announce for you now the results from the polling I'm conducting. So far, 4,500 people have voted. 4,500 comments. This is massive. This is extremely massive. So we're going to announce the results. The question, who do you think should head the ticket of the CPP or should become the standard bearer of the CPP? That is the question. That is the only question that I ask. I don't ask anything further. And the people have voted. According to our tabulation and our collation of the results that we see there, as I said, this is not definitive. It is not scientific because it was not done in a scientific manner, but this mirrors the way the people are thinking and what the people want. This is what I have here. There were two candidates that tapped. Okay?
Okay.
Two candidates are tapping. I mean, the other people are non-essential. In fact, a few times some people call my name. A few times people call Darius Delon's name.
Yeah.
But the two candidates that are trending, there are actually 5 people mentioned. 5. Joseph Yuma Boakai, Alexander Cummings, Yombly mentioned a few times, Benin Ayure a few times, Henry Costa, and Darius Delon. Well, just 6, 6 people. So only 6 people are mentioned here at all, 6 in total. Now, of the 6 people mentioned, this is what the thing looks like. Are you there, Boakai?
Yeah, I'm here.
Of the 6 people mentioned, 2 candidates are trending as to who should head the CPP ticket. We're talking 4,500 comments and counting. Number 1, Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr. Boakai is trending at around 66 to 68%. Boakai.
Yeah.
Joseph Yuma Boakai is picking up around 66% to 68%. That's what he's picking up. This is according to thousands of Liberians. This is not Henry Costa's view. The post is up. You can still go and vote. 4,500 Liberians have voted. Boakai is trending at between 68% to between 66% to 68%. Now, the second candidate is Alexander Cummings. Cummings is doing anywhere between 29% to 32%. Now, the reason I put this there because the few other people like myself, who are named 1 or 2 times, people like Delon, named a few times. We pick up people like Mr. Uri, who has not said he's running for president, by the way, it must be said. My political leader has not declared his intention to run for president. I have not declared my intention to run for president. You understand? But yet, people say I should head the ticket, which of course we know it's not gonna happen. So people say I should run. People say Dylan should run. But so basically, Boakai takes around 66% to 68%. Cummings is trending at around 29% to 32%. And the rest of the other people are picking up around, they're doing around a total of around 3%.
You meaning the remaining people, everybody included?
All of us combined. So me, Dylan, Bernard Yue, Yumbly is mentioned a few times too. We are all doing around 3%, all of our total. By the way, we have not said we're running for president. So maybe if someone has said we're running for president, maybe they will call our name more. But we're not running for president. We're running for president in 2020, 29. Not now. Yeah, but this is the thing, right? So Joe Boakai is doing around 66 to 68%. Ellis Cummings is around 29% to 32%, between there. And then the rest of us, we pick up 2 to 3%. All of us combined, 2 to 3%. Folks, this is what Liberians are saying. It is not I that is saying these things. I am not the one. I am not the one.
Opinion pool.
It is the people, and their votes are there. 4,500 comments on one post. And then it will interest you. A few weeks ago, when Dylan did his poll, about 2,000 people voted on his poll, right?
Yeah.
And Dylan poll reflected the same thing. It reflected the same thing. Boakai was doing around 60 something, almost around 70%, and Cummings was right there too, with between 28 to 29, in the high 20s to the early 30s. So you see here, so this poll, which is much larger, significantly larger than the Dylan poll, reflects the comments that people made in a particular post. So folks, there you have it. There you have it, folks. I am not the one who did who voted. I could not have voted 4,500 times. But that means I will have to have 4,500 pages, right?
Sure.
Facebook accounts. So the Liberian both voted. But we want to hear what somebody have to say about this. We're going to go to the phone lines. But before we do, I want to say happy birthday to Brother Edwin Small. Today is your birthday. I wish you all the best. Brother Edwin Small of Wilmington, Delaware. It's from your darling sweetheart, mommy girl, Joanne Small. And it's from me as well. Your brother-in-law, Henry Costa. I wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday today. We're going to go to the phone lines. We want to hear what Liberians think. 4,500 people voted in a poll that we did. We started this poll yesterday, and about 68% of the comments there are saying they want Boakai. About 29 to 32% say they want Cummings, and the rest of us get between 2 to 3% combined. Let's go to the lines.
In a related development, yesterday I monitored a local radio station in Liberia. It was the same. They did an OP.
They did a poll too?
Yeah.
And what did the local radio station poll say?
Yeah, and you know they had Ambassador Boakai winning landslide.
Yeah, Boakai. You know, we're not doing propaganda. We just want our people to know how it looks like, how people are thinking. And so yeah, so that's very good to know. But let's take some calls there. We will take Isaac Vatukpa this morning at we will take him in 10 minutes.
Okay. All right, so the phone lines are open. Call 0770-102-102-0886, 010-383-0555. 102-102, and if you're out of Liberia, you can call us up on WhatsApp. That's +231 888 4171. That's the WhatsApp number you can call, and you'll be live on the Costa show this morning. So we anticipate your calls. Let's take our first caller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Walker, and good morning to Henry Costa.
Your name?
My name is Samuel Corner, and I call for Writer Market.
Okay, Samuel, welcome, my brother.
Yes, thank you very much. You see the issue here with Mamba Kazali, when I read the ruling for the court, it's not for me allowed. And this is the reason why normally I can tell most of my friends and relatives that Henry Costa is definitely becoming a political process. that who perpetrates before it happened. Look, Costa said this thing before that Mumba Kazali was not being tried on the charges of murder, and today it is specific. They have to itself to a competent court of jurisdiction. And to hear this is very frustrating. So what happened to the dead man? What happened to the rest of his family? What will happen? This is what we call injustice in the republic. To Costa, take all the hard work. And normally I listen to my tuner, which of course are not even part of the content that is going on the social media page. Because I do my listening to my tuner on my phone, and I have a Bluetooth that I play in right in the market.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah. So I always listening, but it's just I have not been engaged into calling most of the time because I was in school, but I'm done with school now and I'm doing normal things. And I'll show you the last hour. I will be a regular caller. And I even charged my phone yesterday for GNT. Thank you very much. And my third day the counting. Because even they're out today.
the man say he did on accounting too. Okay, beautiful. I want to do a birthday treat for Mr. Solomon Fania's son, Solo, little Israel Fania. He turns 3 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to you from your father. Let's take some more calls there. We will take Isaac Vatupa shortly on the program. Yes. So let's so Sylvester Teves now is running in the election as CEO. He's running for co-chairman at CEO. The election is supposed to be on the day after tomorrow, April 24th, and we want to declare here that we are another series and I can say, oh, the Costa show can read 1,000 views today. You see what I say, guy? Because we are streaming simultaneously across several platforms. So now a series is saying we're not reaching, even though we went 1,200 views at some point this morning. Now we are 1,000 now. Oh, the man can read 1,000 because we're using the app that we're streaming on across multiple platforms at the same time. So tomorrow we will stick with our primary page. We'll still use the app. We like the app. I like the fact that Braga is there. You can see him and all, but we'll stick with the primary page so that we can so that they can see the big number, so they can be convinced. So Teves, we want to say that we support your bid for co-chairman of the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinion. CEO. Let's go to the lines and take some more calls. There we'll take our guest Isaac Vatupa later.
Okay, let's take this person.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name is calling from?
Yeah, I'm Lamini S. Connor from Bonkante.
Lamini, welcome.
Yeah, this result that is coming in, really my personal appeal.
Oh, we lost it on the line. Let's take the CEO.
Our man Lamini from Bonkante.
Yeah, let's take the guy from
now, the numbers have reached 4,600 votes.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Welcome from Cape Mom, Lawrence.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Lawrence Konowa, COP Chairman, Grand Cape Mount County.
Okay.
Lawrence, morning, my brother. Welcome.
I want to thank His Excellency Pedro Costa for conducting this opinion poll. I think this is a clear indication that we don't need even a fight in the CPP. It is a clear indication that if you want to unseat George Weah, you have to bring on board Joseph Nyuma Boakai. Because Liberian voting systems is not just about the money. It's about the personalities involved in the elections of this country. It go with trend. If you see the trend from 2005 to 2011 and to 2017, you will know that the Liberian voting go with personalities. It's not about the kind of money you waste. There are a lot of people who brought money from 2005 they were not going. So if we want to change this country, really, we have to bring all the papers. So I want to encourage His Excellency Pedro Costa to continue doing this opinion poll so the Liberian people will know the right thing. So tomorrow we will not go for convention and somebody say I was cheated. So I want to thank you. I want to tell thank you. And Pedro, you have my support 100%. Anything any endeavors, I am with you. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Lawrence Konowa there, our COP chairman for the Grand Cape Mount County chapter of the COP. The opinion poll, 4,600 comments from our people. They are the ones who are expressing themselves. They're saying what they want. It is not I. Dylan Day one a few weeks ago, it had about 2,500 to 3,000 comments. The people said the same thing. Bwaka just referenced a local radio show that did a poll. And ours is there. People are expressing themselves. If you are for a candidate, you go and vote for the candidate, right? Okay. So the thing is simple. So as I said, it is not empirical, it is not scientific, but it tells you, it lets you in on how people are thinking, right? What people want. That's what it tells you. That's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they're saying. You can't accuse us of manipulating anything because it's there for everybody to vote there. It is not scientific, but yet it's consistent. Every time you do a poll, this is what it looks like. These are what the results are saying as to who should head the CPP. Let's take a few more calls, Wakai, and then we'll take our guest, Isaac Tukpa.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Helen.
Yeah, your name are you calling from?
I'm Timothy Smith calling from Grand Bazaar.
Okay, Timothy.
I'm so happy right now. Georgia is a failure. Even when you are paying Grand Bazaar 1 month, Aaron, when they came in Grand Bazaar, the community school, giving school 1 bag of rest and giving teachers when they go work on Georgia. And before the record would know when we are in some of the Grand Bazaar, when you go to government hospital, you get about 4-5 motorbike accidents. But we see nothing like that. So as far as we concerned, we did not bring people already desire that we deny him for taking Grand Bazaar. And we waiting for him 2023. Saying he said that he was not on the ballot. The anchor will carry on the people that are on the ballot because of Georgia, because he failed us and he disappointed us. He doesn't even able to protect the country. So we're waiting for him 2023. All we need as Liberian, the opposition should come together and bring somebody that we want. And we will remove Georgia from power through the ballot by hearing. And we know, I trust you. I trust the Liberian people. They saw the result December 8th. They saw what we did to Grand Bazaar. They saw what we did to Monrovia. Because the anchor we have for him, the way he misusing our country, that we are not protected. Look at the 4 at the top. Can you imagine? Look at the 3 missing boys. Look at the rape cases in the country. So we the Liberian people, we're not stupid. We're not a hand bear like whether you pick up or you get pull on your shoulder, you toss on, you want to use her, use her. We are prepared to remove him 2023 to the ballot box. And we want to remove him to show him that all power belongs to the people. We will engage in 17 districts in Monrovia and the 15 counties. But we need the opposition to come together. I just want to tell you, thank you for your show. John Ryan is already failed. He passed me around breaking people to know. My people, we need to come together and give me the next 6 years. The 6 years will get you fair. What are you doing for us? Look at the country right now. The country is completely messed up. So we will tell the Senate say we're waiting for him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Baga, hold on. So I see here one of our commenters. She's a regular commenter and on this show, and I've met her, an incredible lady, Mrs. Nellie Sirleaf Savis. She lives there in Rhode Island, and Nellie Savis just wrote here. Let me read her comment. She said, "Costa, you cheated and manipulated this poll by openly supporting Bwakai on your shows. If you want to be fair, then support Cummings and you will see the poll will reflect differences." What she's trying to say is that Henry Costa is so powerful that because Henry Costa supports Bwakai, which I have not publicly declared, I don't know where she's taking that from. I have not endorsed a candidate. I wanted to do so, but people encouraged me not to do that. But she is saying that I am so powerful, which is not true. I am not that powerful. That I am so powerful that because of my support for Bwakai, which I have not declared, I don't know where she's getting that from, that is why Bwakai is doing so better than. Okay, but what's about the Delon post that he did some 2-3 weeks ago? Damn it. So I'm so powerful that anybody I say I'm supporting, all the people will just follow. I'm that powerful? No, ma'am. I disagree. I am not that powerful. I disagree completely. Let's take some more calls there. Let's take about 2 more calls and we'll try to get our guest. He hasn't joined yet. I don't know why he hasn't joined yet. But let's take some more calls there.
Let's take this.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Costa.
Yeah.
Morning,
I'm very happy of this opinion pool that has started because for me, I felt only why not. That's how the CTV officials should have done it. Create an official period and pull on the internet and see how you will respond. Then you can make your selection. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
And myself, I'm going to vote for Baka. I'll check the internet and then they say the future.
Okay, my dear, thank you. Now, so this polling, why it may not be scientific, but every time they do it is reflecting. So the point here is this. I have not declared support for Joseph Boakai. I have not done that. And my political leader is not running for president. So I have not declared support. And I don't think I am that powerful. All this credit this woman is giving me that I am the one who can influence everybody to vote for somebody. I don't agree. There are some people, there are thousands and thousands of people who will vote for you because I say I'm supporting you. And I say that with utmost humility. But every man's power has a limit.
Yeah.
Everybody's power got a limit. So I know my power and my influence, they have their limits. So big sister Nelly Salif Service, you give me too much credit than I deserve. I am not able to make Boakai president or Cummings president. The Liberian people will make them president or not. Not me, not Henry Costa. So I just want to say that. Huh? Okay, let's take a few more calls. Isaac Vatukba has not logged in yet. I don't see him yet. So let's take a few more calls there. You're listening to the Costa Show. And today is Thursday, the 22nd of April, 2021. Let's take a few more calls there while we wait for our guest. So I don't have the power to make anybody president. My comments may influence thousands and thousands of people. I know that many tens of thousands of people, or perhaps a few hundreds of thousands of people, can be influenced by what I say and the side that I pick. But I can't make Boakai president. I can't make Cummings president. I can certainly help because there are lots of people who look up to me for guidance and they would follow where I go. But to say that it is because you think I support Boakai, that is why he's doing better than Cummings, it's unfair. Look at the election results from 2017. Boakai got 446,000 votes. Cummings got 112,000 votes. How many times does 446,000, does 112 go into 4? Let's do the math. 446,000. Boakai, we will do the math here. Divided by 112,000. That's 4 times. 4 times. Joe Boakai got 4 times more votes. 4 times more votes in 2017 than Ellis Cummings. 4 times. 4 times more votes. So it's not like this is happening in a vacuum. Boakai has shown to be stronger than all of the other candidates, politically stronger than all of the other people in the CPP. No disrespect to the other people. So you see, so if you feel that my poll is influenced by what you think is my support for Boakai, which I have not declared, then, you know, that's not being fair. What about Dillon poll? Did Dillon declare support for Boakai? Why did 70% of Dillon people say they voted for Boakai? Or they would pick Boakai over Cummings? It is not I who said that. You see, you all get to the point where you don't even want us to express our views again, because to express our, yesterday, man, picking Dominic Musa came to my inbox. Oh, you know, leader, you know, he's a Cummings man. And I just knew it when he came. He started talking. Oh, leader, and the people there may say, you gotta leave Mr. Comey alone. You better talking Mr. Comey. I said, but Dominic, what did I say? And you made a comment when Cummings were on the People Show the other day. You said that Cummings did not. Coca-Cola was founded in 1892. 1892. Cummings went to Coca-Cola. He rose through the ranks. And he accomplished a lot. But he didn't build Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola was fully functional before he got there. The point I want to make is that Cummings was on a show where he was saying if he can succeed at Coca-Cola, he can definitely succeed at fixing Liberia. But then they're apples and oranges, Boakai. Coca-Cola was a well-structured organization by the time he got there. But Liberia is not a structured organization. You see it? Liberia is not a structured organization. So you cannot say because you succeeded in America, therefore you can succeed in Liberia. That was the point I made. That was the point I made. And apparently they say that criticism. Oh, I'm criticizing. Oh, but so now I cannot even express my view. That one I don't agree. And I told my begin Dominic Musa, I said, look, let me tell you something. You can't tell me say, oh, I did wear a Coca-Cola. You think Coca-Cola? Boy,
yeah.
Like you hire one coach. The coach said, I use a coach, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich use a score. They use a win playing a game. So when I call Lonsa will do well. No. Are they the same teams?
They are not the same team.
Thank you. Bayern Munich got resources. Bayern Munich got plenty of good players.
Yeah.
You don't have any of those things. So you can't tell me your experience from managing Coca-Cola is enough experience to manage Liberia. You are just one man working in a system with many, many thousands of people. Is Ellis Cummings a great manager? Of course he is.
Yes.
Okay. I will be the first man to tell you, this man rose through the ranks.
Yeah.
This man rose through the ranks. He came from Coca-Cola, Africa. He was head of Coca-Cola, Nigeria. He went to become head of Coca-Cola, Africa. He went to Coca-Cola Global. He was the third man in command. Does he have experience in managing? Yes, he does. Is he a great manager? Yes, he is. I will not sit down anywhere and let anyone say Ellis Cummings is incompetent. No. But Ellis Cummings has private sector experience, which is great. But for you to compare success at Coca-Cola to say that you can replicate and transplant that success in Liberia, it is not the same thing. These are two different realities.
Yeah.
Liberia, that see yama country, ain't got no system. So Ellis Cummings is one of the most accomplished Liberians alive. You know, when I say all the other good things about him, his supporters, they are not still pleased. They want me to say he's the best man to be president, which I will not say because I don't support him for president. And it is my right.
Yeah.
It is my right not to support him for president. But it would be unfair of me to say that he is incompetent. I will never say that because he is not incompetent. This man is worth. Let me tell you something. I don't have a problem with Cummings running for president. There's only one problem I have with him, but I will not announce that problem because if I said that, it would affect a lot of people, and it's personal. Mr. Cummings has this man is worth over $100 million. I have here results from the Securities and Exchange Commission, where in a few years, Ellis Cummings. Let me just show you how rich this man is. I need to show them, maybe because they don't. I didn't just tell them how rich Ellis Cummings is. He got so much money.
Very, very rich.
Very, very rich. But while we're at it, I'm gonna bring Isaac Vartukwa in quickly. While we are doing this, Isaac, let's see, we got you here. But I just want to let people know how very successful Ellis Cummings is. I mean, how much money he made, and that is incredible because he worked hard. He made his money in the clean way. And Isaac Vartukwa, that's how you and I want to make money, right?
No
clean
question.
way.
No question. You're right.
And I want no better money.
No.
I want the kind of money Ellis Cummings got. You know, because when I thought they say I'm against Cummins, but this man can go to bed and sleep sound. You know why? Because nobody will say Cummins are wrong. Because Cummins. I'm going to show them the evidence. I have here the evidence. A few years ago, Cummins began to sell some of his shares in Coca-Cola. Good, beautiful. I'm going to send this to Ivar right now, and I will send it to you, Boakai.
Okay.
Evidence of just when Cummins sold some of his shares, just some, because working at that level in Coca-Cola, Cummins was paid. They are paid. Their compensation package includes cash and stock options. They gave them shares in the company every year. That's how they are paid. Now, Cummins accumulated those stocks. When he was about to retire, he began to unload, to sell those stocks. I pulled this up, a time period of 5 years. Cummins sold shares between, they said, no, just within a two-year period. From 2015 to 2016, this is how much money Cummins made from selling his shares. Folks, a total of what? 78 million, listen, 78,877,910 cash.
What?
This man sold his shares in Coca-Cola just in a 2-year period. Isaac, you see it? You have the document?
Oh, you sent it in Messenger, right?
I sent it to your Facebook.
Okay.
I go to your Facebook. I see your face. You haven't seen it yet, but I sent it to your Facebook.
Okay.
He sold his shares in Coca-Cola. His shares that he accumulated over the period. And he walked away with $877,910. Now, I'm going to break it down to you. Now, this is $80 million, Wakai. $80 million. I'm going to break it down to you. In 2016, the third month, January, February, March the 8th at 4:26 p.m., Alex Cummins sold shares in Coca-Cola. Let me name the shares he sold. He sold 308,090 shares at the price of $43.99 per share. And he walked away with $13,553,557. In 2016, February the 4th, Alex Cummins sold shares again, 640,000 shares in Coca-Cola at the share price of $43.72. Alex Cummins walked away with $27,982,913. In 2015, October the 29th, Alex Cummins sold 731,928 shares at the share price of $42.64, and he walked away with $31,209,888. In 2015, again, October the 27th, Alex Cummins sold 166,630 shares at the share price of $42.08 and walked away with $7,131,513. The combined total of 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 sales, the unloading of four times in 2 years, this man walked away with a total of $79,887,910. If you round that up, Alex Cummins sold shares and walked away with 80 million United States dollars clean money. Absolutely clean money. Look, I said, you cannot hate this guy, but admire him. I said, that's the kind of money I want. Clean money.
You see, sometimes you got to blame the people who support the man, Henry.
They don't say these things, so Isaac. No, then they be attacking me.
They allow the narrative, the man, a Coca-Cola seller, to prevail.
Thank you. Yeah. That's what they do.
Okay. Yes. Somebody selling Coke. In essence, that's the core business of Coca-Cola. But how do you get that product to the market? How do you get it to multiple markets? How can you get
in 200 countries,
international global organization to function in like clockwork, basically?
Yeah.
So, but the one thing I want to take issue with, because you know why I always let them comment on things, right? To just make a blanket statement that somebody who has been so successful in private sector cannot parlay or transfer those skills, those abilities into the public sector. I think that's what we need, a paradigm shift in how we do business, how we establish processes, how we establish systems, how we maintain them, how we direct them.
But Isaac, whose job is it? It is the people who support him. It is their job.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that.
But you know what they want me to do, Isaac? This is the problem they have with me.
You owe them.
They want me to be the one to say, like, this information I just provided this morning. This might win coming some votes.
Sure.
The man got clean money. I see people here saying, talking, Costa, we never knew this. This man sold shares in 2 years and walked away with $80 million.
You see, when the United Party was in power, they defined the way that people approach leadership because they were overly defensive of the external bearer and the president at the time, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That has just gone the same way with the seditions, with regards to supporting George Weah and just maybe insulting people instead of trying to provide the differentiation between that person and other leaders, what they have done, what you as an individual, as a supporter, think qualifies them or makes them distinguished enough to hold that position. And most people don't do it. We just react, we insult, we denigrate, we degrade other people in order to elevate our person, and that's not the approach it should be. It should be about what are the qualities, the positive qualities of your leader. Why do you think he can make a difference? What does he bring different to the table that a competitor does not have? Those are the kind of things that's supposed to be happening, but we don't dig deep enough into analyzing our own person before I say analyzing the other person.
Well, I agree. Isaac Vatukwa, thank you very, very much there, and welcome. We are glad to have you this morning with us. Let's see. Hold on, folks. Isaac Vatukwa is our guest, and good. Now, guys, let's get down to it. Isaac, you were here the last time.
Yeah.
And people enjoyed, first of all, folks, people enjoyed the conversation we had.
Right.
And they really did enjoy it to the extent that they said, hey, we want more of that. Costa, bring Isaac back and let's have let's hear him more. He's got a lot to offer, and we enjoyed the conversation. So we said, well, fine. We're gonna bring Isaac back from time to time, as a matter of fact.
Wonderful.
A whole number of things we want to talk about. So this morning, Isaac, we want to talk about what? A few things, but with emphasis on what? Tourism.
Yes. Yes. You know, Henry, Liberia is a very beautiful country. And Liberia has unique qualities that a lot of countries don't have. We got stark primitivity, where we are really primitive, where so much of our forests, our natural environment are still intact. Then we have advanced to a certain level, you know, where to a large extent, many Liberians are on par with anybody else in the world. You just talk about one, Alex Cummings, right? One of the best businessmen, you know, in terms of working in the private sector. We got some of the best people in healthcare. We got some of the best people in electricity. So the talent level or the ability to aspire to that high level of talent is present in any Liberia, and that's the kind of mindset we need to push to our people, that any one of us can rise to the level of an Alex Cummings or to the levels of a Lauren Jones, who's one of the top you know, energy experts in the world, to the level of a Dr. William Hare, who one of the top people in the agriculture sector, to a level of a Dr. Cooper, who's one of the top persons in healthcare, especially when it comes to healthcare equity with regards to governance and communities and people. Then we got somebody like Mosaka Fala, who are just getting an award, you know, in the healthcare sector. I just read something briefly last night. So we got different people with different capabilities. That's the same way our country comes. But how do you market those abilities that you have? Tourism is $1 trillion, you know, sector, and we can attract people to our country regardless of the negatives. The other countries that have people fighting, that have, bad experiences and everything. But we have a unique history. And the thing is, the point of our unique history is not the beginning of our history. And that's where, if we can blend it effectively, there are so many positive things about our culture when people started migrating into this country before the free slaves came in 1822. There was history here, and we have been afforded that opportunity to learn a little bit about our history from Dr. Carl Patrick Burroughs. So how can we use that information we now have in a book, take it out of there, and build a new level of nationalism, or new level of patriotism, where we are all very proud to be Liberians because of the history we have of some of the activities we did, whether it was iron smelting, whether it was the alligator pepper that we gave to the world, whether it's even the coffee at the time that we brought, what about the minerals we have, and the fact that we have one of the most natural forest environment that still exists today. I was at Pataweef when they had the National Agriculture Fair. I met a white guy who was doing a study of our biodiversity with respect to butterflies. The man said we have more than 16,000 plus varieties of butterflies. I was in shock.
Are you kidding?
Yes. I have never heard something like that for Liberia before. Some people will travel from anywhere just to see a variety of
butterflies.
Yes. Sure. And who knows what we have in our forests? There are so many different things that we have, from curative products to just unique things that we are not marketing, we are not selling. Our sites, we talk about the Blue Lake, we talk about Lake Piso, we talk about the Nima Reserve, we talk about the Sapo Forest. There's just so much that people want to see. I forgot to send you the video last night. It's just like a short video. I did put it on my Facebook page though, of Rwanda, the ecotourism.
Oh man, it's huge.
It's $430-something million.
That's our national budget, Isaac.
That's the thing, because some people talk about it. I had an exchange, or Sam Jackson sent me something where they said Cummings made a statement that he can increase the national
budget. He can raise the budget to $1 billion.
$1 billion increase. It's possible. If you look at our ports and efficiency in port management. Right now, what are people doing? And they're shipping their stuff through Guinea and other places.
Yeah, they're transshipping because the duties are too high.
Right. So are we looking at volume? Have we done this analysis to compare whether putting some kind of stupid container tracking number, or increasing the level of resistance any customer or any citizen feels in terms of importation? Are we lessening some of those things? How are we benefiting from our fisheries? How are we benefiting from just this tourism alone? So the push for tourism is so critical because it's low-hanging fruit for us. Yes, we don't have all the infrastructure necessary. Yes, everybody coming to us will face challenges. But we convert those challenges. We say, you're not coming to the most civilized or the most developed place. No, we're starting off with the low-hanging fruit, ecotourism.
So ecotourism, Isaac, you have a point there, because whenever people talk about tourism, for me, the first thing I look at, Isaac, is that do we have the potential? I mean, do we have the infrastructure, the hotels, the roads, the reliable power, good internet? We don't have those things. Sure. Isaac, when people come to your country to see your country, whatever it is you have on offer, on display, they don't want to be cut off from the rest of the world. They want to still be able to access their emails and do stuff like that and still be able to get in touch. So I agree with you. At this point, we cannot project ourselves as some Cancun or some resort in the Dominican Republic because we don't have that infrastructure.
Right.
So we tell the rest of the world that ecotourism, come and see what we have, our biodiversity. Come and experience the great surfs at Rubber Sport. I'm told that's one of the best surfing places in the
environment you can have anywhere in the world, without question. And like I saw pictures, one young guy on Davis, Mark Davis, he posts a lot of different pictures about Liberia and really tries to amplify the beauty of our country to the public out there. And he posted these pictures with his wife family in the Nima Reserve. And I went to Carroll High when we were on Grassfield, up on the mountains. The sight of just like going to the pinnacle of a mountain and looking at the broad expanse of vegetation, of forest and everything It is so beautiful. And that's what people pay for to come and see. They will hike those areas. And that's what people want. You know, Irene River says, I spent 5 days walking from Pillar of Fire all the way to ITI. Some people don't have the perspective, but 5 days of walking in the rainforest from village to village, basically. That's what some people want. There's a whole segment of people who want that experience. They want to get away from the concrete jungle or from the city life and come and do something different. And we can offer that experience. You said people don't want to be distant. Yes, there is just a matter of planting some towers. It's about a national cooperation around making Liberia a viable entity where everybody can benefit. New people coming to Liberia, yes, some of them will keep their phone lines, you know, use international calling, but it will be cheaper to use the local lines, and some people will get it. So the phone companies get something, the transportation companies get something. Right now, we don't have, you know, great roads to places like River Says or places like the Sapo Forest. We get helicopters. People will ride those helicopters. That's an experience in itself, because I have gone places where a helicopter ride over the ocean or over the beautiful place was part of the tourist experience. So we can get people there. We can do all of that. Some of the access to, you know, some of the places are restricted. So you use helicopters and other things. But we can set up those places with not a huge amount of investment and start attracting people on those levels. Our beaches, we can have clean beaches across nearly 400 and something miles. That a beach experience is there for every county that's on the coast, and people can enjoy that. The waterfalls, we got waterfalls in a couple of other places, not only Patawi. We got waterfalls in Bon County. Bon County has, you know, roads, like good roads going there. We find access to those places. And that's why sometimes when we talk about building roads with economic impact, that's some of the things we mean. What is the business that will be generated? How will people lives change? Just building a road is not enough.
The economic and social rates of return of those roads.
Definitely. You got to do those assessments when you're building these roads. And there got to be some level of facilitation and encouragement from government when they're building a road in a certain place, that they want to have some concentration of population around different parts of that road that can be engines of growth, that can be business opportunities for people. So it's not just about just building the road. No, it's about the impact of those roads and how you support the road construction that people can come together and be able to impact our economy. So tourism is huge. We have beautiful sites. We've done a couple of different presentations out there. People are interested right now. There's a group called Liberia Year of the Diaspora, where they are trying to attract the diaspora to Liberia, especially people who are Liberians, whether they were born Liberians in Liberia or they were born here in the US of Liberian heritage. They need them to come back to Liberia. So they have been promoting that. They got a save the date out now. As you know, 1822 was when the free slaves came. So 2022 will be 200 years of bicentennial. For in any case, that's a celebration. That's an effort. And that year, next year, can really boost our tourism presence, our tourism marketing, and get us there. Yeah, it will not be the year of the return like Ghana. Ghana playing that thing for 3, 4, 5 years before they got to that point.
Put a lot into it.
But
and
we
they made about $3 billion.
$3 billion. They had on the record, they had like 1.9 billion. But the side things like our economy, there's a lot of informality in our economy. So obviously, when you have an informal economy, there's so many people making money from different things. So the people sell on the street.
So they couldn't capture those, Isaac?
Yes, they can capture it. So you know the money that flow in is much more. So if we can start that and build some level of continuity where we make sure that this one is good, that's why government is so necessary to be a part of these things. That's why they got to have the public-private participation in these things.
And Isaac, speaking of tourism, and particularly with emphasis on ecotourism, and the reason Isaac is laying emphasis on ecotourism, with which I concur, is that currently, looking at taking a holistic view, assessment of our infrastructure, the hotels, the hospitality industry, we're not very ideal. We're not the most ideal place to visit.
No.
But currently, what is our potential? What can we do? We can highlight and showcase our tremendously beautiful country, the natural beauty of our country. we can do that, and it will not cost us hundreds of millions of dollars to do that, to be able to build that kind of industry, because we just need to be able to pay for some ads here in America, promote our country, and show what we have. Isaac, you know, when the year of return happened in Ghana, do you know one of the things about it that made me feel like I was jealous? Here's why. And I felt Ghana really stole the story that Liberia should be the one to tell.
Henry, go back and look at my post. You will see that I made posts about that. I was jealous. I was jealous and I was hurt. Because we've been talking about tourism for the last 10 years, about trying to boost it up and stuff, and trying to let government see and build that participation. There's a Liberia National Tourism Association that's on the ground. People are already kind of in the sector, whether it's from people who organize little tours, whether it's the people in the transportation, the people in the hospitality business. They are there. The elements are there. We now have the capacity to handle the 1 million plus people that may come, because the minimum average, if you look at the formal numbers, anybody coming to your country spending $1,000. So if we look at 5,000 people coming, at $5 million, that will be spent easily. $1,000 for each of those people. But we know the money is more. So that circulation in the economy, that foreign currency coming in, most likely US dollars, makes a difference to our economy. So if we start a building block, we set, you know, reasonable targets about the expected population that we want to come here, the people we're going after. And once you go after a certain demographic, there will be, you know, additional side impacts in terms of other people who connect with that demographic. They bring that experience back, they share it, and people are excited about coming to Liberia, being on the beaches. And you know, when people come, and they say they don't take sand to the beaches, we got plenty of sand in our own beaches than all over the country. So that part of their experience, the men, the women, we are beautiful people, Liberian good-looking people.
They will interact with them.
People,
and we are very warm people. We're very hospitable. Warm.
I think we're one of the top hospitable countries in the world on some survey that people did not too long ago. And most of we even say ourselves, we let foreigner more than we like ourselves.
Which is
it's not a good thing.
Not a good not a so good thing, but in this case, it could be good, because when they come and they see you treat them so warmly, a lot of them will come back.
I mean, by the time they bounce to the airport, there's a cultural, you know, extravaganza waiting for them right there. They get that experience. Then they get situated, whether they're going straight to a hotel in Monrovia, whether they're Farmington, whether
I think that's why we don't even have enough flights going to the country, because how many people are coming to the country? Right now, you only have a few NGO workers, and you have the few, expats that work for the mining companies. That's all.
Right, because we're not turning our economy that's attracting, you know, foreign direct investments, that bringing other people to the country and giving people reasons to come. You know, tourism is about a destination. So it's not just a mistake thing. People plan their vacations and stuff like a year ahead of time. So you got to start embedding it in people's mind that, oh, this December coming, you know, we want all of you to come to Liberia. All of you who never been to Liberia before. Bring your family, bring your this.
You see, Isaac, I'm going to hold you right there. You see, this is one of the problems Alex Cummings has. Isaac and I are having a great conversation about tourism, and then his chief of staff comes here and she writes, I should give him credit. I should mention that he spoke about it. Is it my job to mention that he spoke about it? She says, I shouldn't say I'm hearing it for the first time from Isaac. Do you think I don't have my own ideas about ecotourism? You think I need Alex Cummings to tell me what ecotourism is? I said, this is exactly the problem with them. Why couldn't she just say, oh, my boss said nice things about ecotourism and leave me the hell out of it? You know, that is the problem.
But you know, at the end of the day, though, you can't doubt that you have now built a platform where some people welcome positive reviews about what they're doing, what they're not doing.
I understand. But, you know, we're having a great conversation here. You know, Isaac, let's get back to our conversation.
Right.
But you know, the potential is tremendous. But
Yes,
Isaac, when do we, Isaac, we have this culture in Liberia, we just pay lip service to everything that's important rather than actually doing it. Like agriculture. Every day we blabber. I think the singular greatest potential we have. And Isaac, we need to have an exclusive conversation. Next week, let's focus on commercial scale mechanized agriculture.
That would be a wonderful topic for our people to
Let's do that.
to
And
really get
it's
to understand the difference.
tremendous potential to leapfrog us from unemployment, from massive capital flight to procure food abroad, from abroad. And I mean, the opportunities are just tremendous. And to bolster our domestic currency. And so we will discuss mechanized commercial scale agriculture tomorrow. I mean, next week, Wednesday or Thursday or
Any day, just select it Wednesday or Thursday, we can do it.
Good. Isaac, we have a problem. We know the issues, but then we have a problem. Why do we not implement the solutions that we know will work? Why?
Part of it, I believe, is the limitation of so many people in those positions, and not just starting with this government. You know, Henry, somebody else can talk all about, yeah, I can lecture, I able to do talk show. But for them to come and compete with Henry Costa, they must come with something strong, they must come with something entertaining, they must come with some level of consistency that people know when I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I will meet the Costa show on. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Right. So just for me, 2 mornings in a row to wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you know, to come on, it's not easy. So people got to respect the professionalism of people, the education they gain, the specialization they gain, not just
and try to utilize those people's expertise.
Thank you. Don't be intimidated or insecure to utilize somebody or to even use somebody else's idea. Really, a lot of things are not new. They have been around. It's about customization for your own situation. How does it work specifically in Liberia for us to have online learning? How do we make it effective for our people? You know, so those are the kind of questions we should be asking ourselves with regards to all of these things, because we are so backwards in education. Even the stuff our children are learning in the classroom are not equivalent to what other people in other countries are learning in the classroom. How can we buttress that? How can we improve that? How can we prepare our students for the WASC exams to be competitive with the rest of Africa? What kind of accelerated learning methods can we apply to let our young people who are unskilled learn some level of skill? And, you know, Costa, the training is out there. It's about packaging it and being able to identify. And it takes experts who understand something about education, not just anybody, because you taught accounting or you taught French before, that means you can be Minister of Education or you can be a Deputy Minister of this. No. So that's why we have to respect, you know, education as a whole. We have to respect specialization. We have to respect actual practical experience for people who have the ability to implement. Implementation is one of the most difficult things to do for anything. That's why a lot of projects and a lot of programs fail, because the skill level of those people who are trying to implement that idea and understanding the nuances around that idea, because not everything somebody plan is put on paper. Somebody give you the whole plan. You can't just implement it, because there are some things that are just in their head that are just natural to them when they're in that implementation environment that you as an individual don't have. There could be one little screw, one little button, one little knob. You don't know how to turn it. You're not going to effectively implement or replicate that success of that person. So it's very important that we recognize that as a people. That's one of the factors why it doesn't happen. The second one, I believe, is because sometimes people get insecure. Oh, that I my idea, that not my idea. Let's make it our idea. This whole tourism thing, this whole agriculture thing, the whole housing thing, you know, it's all of us. We are all vested in this process for a better
Speaking
life.
of housing, Isaac, the week after next, we will then specifically discuss how we can do housing development to create thousands of jobs and to also improve the people's quality of life. Just low income housing,
and it starts,
high end.
It starts with the land issue. We got to be clear on that land issue. It can't be a Huawei thing where, you know, somebody get a land because somebody cleaned the land before they can come bring people with collars and other things to scare people away. No,
we got to fix the land issue. It's a serious problem.
Got to fix it, and it got to be serious reform. The housing sector is there from a tax perspective to the land perspective to, you know, how people really want to have rich people want to have properties all over the place. Place like Costa, place like Harper, people can have homes there.
They live
$1
vacation
week.
homes where
That
they
only
can
come for 1 week in a whole year.
Yeah.
You know, because they can afford it like that, they want that different environment to come. So the opportunities here for us to be able to expand our economy at a 20% growth rate of our growing our budget at that, because I was trying to see how do we get to like, $1 billion from a $550 million on budget. 22% growth every year can get you there. So how do we get our 20 to 22% growth? And these sectors we're talking about, these are the ways to do it.
But there's nothing else. You couldn't do anything else that would do that, because Isaac, the current traditional revenue streams are already overstretched.
They're overstretched, but even value addition can revolutionize it. Look at Ghana and Ivory Coast today. They're holding the cocoa sector in the world. The cocoa and chocolate sectors. They're holding them because now they can value addition in the country. From 2% of the total billions of dollars around that sector, they will be now getting probably near to 30 to 35% if they just do this value addition proposition and actually start to make chocolate right in their own countries and be able to, trade across Africa with the chocolate. They will be competitive. They will make money. People will buy it. So it's just about how do we look at these low-hanging fruits with regards to our economy? How can we use the Continental Free Trade Agreement, especially in the agricultural area? Can we grow food cheaper and get tomatoes to Nigeria, get tomatoes to Ghana, get some of the other food, the people in East Africa that can really grow food that effectively? Can we get food to them? The people in North Africa who import everything from outside, can we supply them food? It's about us understanding the market. It's about bringing in some professionals to work with us to see how we can better do these things. So the possibilities are there. We can expand our economy. It's about us understanding and wanting to work together to make this happen. We should not be counting each other money. That's one of the biggest problems we have too. That's that crab mentality. Oh, they may come and make money from the thing. We gotta try to suppress them. Oh, they make many money. He come and do political thing here. So when we can avoid that and be happy when other people are successful, we can make a big difference in our country.
Isaac, that is a key point you just struck. If we can be happy when others are successful. Why do you think I sit down here and I celebrate people like Richelieu Dennis and Alice Cummins and even people like Dr. Cassell or Stanton Weatherspoon or all these people, and a lot of local Liberians on the ground who are doing extraordinarily well under extremely difficult circumstances.
Yes.
Because our system is rigged against them, Isaac. Isaac, you have a much better chance of becoming a millionaire in America than in Liberia.
And indeed, but the impact is not the same.
Of course, I agree. But it is sad. And it shouldn't be that way.
No, it shouldn't be. We should really change that. And government should be happy for anybody to get rich because the tax there is much higher. You can get
but Isaac, when people feel insecure, that if Isaac makes a lot of money, he's going to be a political threat to us. So we cannot let him get rich. That's it. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So we have to change that. And we hope one day we'll have a government that will change that.
And talking about Richelieu Dennis, right? Why has government not approached him?
Because Isaac, I know why.
Okay.
Richelieu is the richest Liberian alive, by far. Richelieu Dennis, the fear, if he says he wants to be president, that's exactly why they have not approached him. That someday Richelieu might get up and say, I want to be president. So let Richelieu stay where he is, enjoy his money and whatever. We don't want him yet. That is our attitude, Isaac. But you're right. But who should have approached? Who should have tried to get Richelieu to do something like Liberia more than anybody else? Ellen Johnson shall live. Isn't Richelieu married to Connie Johnson's daughter or something?
Yes.
And that's Ellen's niece. So Richelieu is part of their family. So it could have been easier for Ellen to approach Richelieu. You've got all this money. You've got all these connections to big companies. What can we do here? For example, you get your raw material. Do you know, I read something. Do you know the raw material comes from the what we call donut grease?
Yes.
They said they get it from France. Isaac, the primary source, I read, I think I couldn't believe it. They get the donor grease from, but I didn't think they even had donor grease in France.
No, no, but actually, you see, Rachel is one of the major supporters of women, period.
Oh, no, he's doing wonderful things.
I don't know, the young lady, what's her name? Bayo, the Liberian lady who has these IHOPs and a couple other restaurants.
From Jersey.
Right.
IHOP, and she's in the real estate as well. Commercial real estate.
He has made major investment in her for whatever new venture that she's starting. He started $100 million new venture fund just for women.
And he bought Madam C.J. Walker's house, that legendary black entrepreneur.
Without question. So we got people who have the ability to impact. That young man who start focusing on Liberian women, Liberian entrepreneurs, and make significant difference. He has one of the major outlets.
Nobody will approach him because they're afraid. If Rachel decides to run for president with his massive fortune, he could kick all of us away. I said, I don't know why people feel insecure like that. But I said, that's the reason.
No. I mean, hey, maybe that's what it is. That hunger for power and position, that somebody more competent, somebody more liberal will have that advantage over, people. But we can't limit that because that really holds the country back. That totally holds the country back. If we have an open approach, there are other Liberians who are wealthy, there are other Liberians who have niches that they are holding on to in terms of their ability or their status in the world that could bring some of those things to bear. When we look at all the successful Liberians, and even if they say they're mentoring one person, that can make a difference. They're supporting one cause, that can make a difference. Their focus is on one charity.
Victor CoPStrong.
Mm-hmm.
Victor CoPStrong is a Liberian guy. He went to Liberia. He is a very successful guy, a multi-millionaire. I talk to him from time to time. Victor has been in television for many, many years in America.
Wow.
They take him from place to place. I will send you his name. Look him up.
Okay.
This guy goes from one TV station to another struggling TV station and radio station. He takes them over. He turns around their fortune, and then he moves on to the next.
They got people with that ability.
I will send it to you. And this guy loves Liberia, and he tells me, Costa, I want to retire in Liberia. There's nothing else I can do in this country anymore. I'm going to pull up something and send it on this guy.
And just look at Minnesota recently. It's a young Liberian who's the mayor of where all this noise was.
Mike Elliott.
Yes, Mike. So we can't take for granted. Look at the IMF. We got Rhoda Weeks Brown over there. She's the lead counsel for the IMF. So we got people in different places that we can highlight. If we get a rotation around those people coming once a year, they're attracting other people, they're bringing things to our country. We got to open our doors. People can take it for a joke, but no, you got to invite some of these people. You got to try to get them to put making a stop in Liberia a part of the calendar, the annual calendar of activities. If you can do that, you make a big difference in the country. So tourism has so many different aspects from our own people who are successful coming. The year of the return, Richard Dennis had a serious impact with regards to some of the celebrities that went there through his own influence to Ghana. So if we were serious about tourism sector, where our deputy minister of tourism or our minister of information or state or the diaspora head or the minister of foreign affairs can engage them and say, how can you position us as Liberians because Essence is a voice of the Black people? How can you share us to these people that they want to see our history? People will trace their DNA. Someone it will come to Liberia. This tracing DNA is serious thing. Oprah Winfrey traced her DNA. Part of her thing is Pele. Pele is in her DNA stream. There are other people like that. A few other people who have traced their DNA to Liberia. So why can we use some of those methodologies to be able to attract these people to come? If Oprah Winfrey come here and she sees level of poverty and starts supporting just one school or just one effort, it makes a difference for those people that are directly impacted, and through indirect means they themselves, if they're successful, can impact a whole bunch of other people. So this is a chain effect. We got to start thinking in that direction. We got to think about working together, where we're elevating. Our whole democracy is not about suppressing the other person, but it's who has the better argument, who has the better positioning, who has the better ideas, who has the ability to implement those ideas to make our country successful. That's how we have to start thinking as Liberians.
Isaac, I have some news here I want to break.
Oh, sure.
3 Liberians were killed last night in a place called Aniyama in Abobo district in Abidjan.
Yes, I saw that.
Those 3 Liberians were suspected of being rebels. In fact, they have their passports and their ID cards here. And they were caught with AK-47 rifles with tons of ammunition.
Wow.
Yeah, I will send you the pictures right now. And they are suspected of being part of a larger group to try to overthrow the government of Alassane Ouattara. 3 Liberians. Yep.
We can't take it lightly. We have very strong connections with our neighbors, with Ivory Coast, with Guinea, with Sierra Leone. So
our government has to do something about this.
Well, it's necessary. I mean, especially
we need to get that. Yeah, let's investigate and find out how they went there, who took them there.
That would be important. For those people who can speak French, they need to monitor the French news, or those people who have connection in Ivory Coast, call people over there and find out what's going on, because it's very important. Who knows?
We don't want Ivorians thinking we're trying to overthrow their government now, so they wouldn't.
No, definitely we don't. We don't want that to happen. I saw the pictures somebody had, in one chat room I'm in, posted pictures of some of the people who, had died. And then I think Fafini Kamara, he made a post on that. So he may have some information. I don't know. But we can't look at neighboring issues, because once something happens, there's a spillover effect possibility. People will feel like they can do something here too, and we're not ready for that. We don't want that. Let's use the democratic process. Whether we want to change governments, whether we want to change representatives, senators, is about doing it that way. And even the whole situation with our Mandingo brothers and sisters, people have to understand that the Mandingos are a tribe in Liberia that we all migrated here. That's why it's so important. Look, I was reading parts of Between the Coal Forest and the Salted Sea, the book by Liberia Before the 1800s, the book by Carl Patrick Burroughs. That's another thing to attract people. What kind of history is being taught in schools today? Is this still Doris Bank Henry's?
Last time I checked, they were teaching Liberian history before 1847. My Joseph say Guano.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but hey, that book is not substantive at all.
No, but that's why the material that Carl Patrick Burroughs has researched.
They should introduce that.
Oh my God, they need to.
The curriculum, but Isaac, academic curriculum or curricula should be revised and reviewed and revised from time to time.
Yeah, but supposedly they recently did something with regards to that. I don't know whether it's out there. People understand the new curriculum, but there is some curriculum revision that has gone on. But just not the revision. Are people actually teaching those things to the young people? Is there a line with the exams they would take? How is it practical enough to give them some level of success after the graduation?
Practical enough.
Yes.
That's why we need to put emphasis on civics.
Civics and vocational training are necessary in our schools. We need
extremely
to get those things going, So our educators, there's a lot of things that we can do that is like we are sleeping on, We just have to wake up as a people.
Okay.
The leadership have to wake up and get these things going.
Isaac Va Tukwa, thank you very, very much. Yet another very interesting, informative, fascinating, and educative conversation that we've had here. And we will be back next week. We will focus on mechanized agriculture and the tremendous potentials it holds for our country if we were to invest in it and take it.
What we'll try to do, we'll try to really quantify it so people can understand the moving away from slash and burn, moving away
from mechanized
to the value we can have on mechanized farming, the land, all of those things. We'll try to put them on the table, let people understand the potential of job creation, the potential of being able to impact sectors in other countries, being able to impact the export market, being able to attract foreign, revenue here.
Reduce our imports of food products.
Well, question.
Curb our capital outflows.
Right. All of that.
Also our domestic currency. It's just a whole lot.
So if you're not importing $230 million rice, you actually have a plan year by year to increase your rice production.
Over 5 years, I think it's doable.
It is. It is. We can do it, and we can grow any kind of rice in our country. So
that's the beauty.
I really
thank you very much. So we will be back here next week with you. Same time, right here on the same platform.
Wonderful.
All right, fine. All right. Well, folks, there you have it. We're gonna look forward to having Isaac back next week. So this is how we're gonna bring this to an end. As I said, we're streaming the podcast across 3 platforms at the same time. And that is why if you're on my personal page where you normally watch the show from, you realize that the views are 435, but that's not what it is. Across all 3 platforms is about 800 people watching now. Towards the end of the show, normally the views drop. But tomorrow we will go back to broadcasting only from the primary platform and on YouTube, and then we can share the video in the other groups. That's what we're gonna do, so that our
it's very clear on YouTube. It's very, very much clear on YouTube.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very clear on YouTube. Clearly, it is. I can see
a lot of people are following.
Oh yeah. Let me see how many people on YouTube right now watching. 66 people currently watching on YouTube.
True.
Yeah. 66 people watching on YouTube right now. Folks, there you have it. I want to say happy birthday again to Mr. Edwin Smo from your darling wife, mommy girl Joanne Smo. From me, Henry Costa. Happy birthday to you, Edwin Smo of.
And today is a female militant's birthday.
Yeah,
Quito Brian.
Somebody just alerted me to Quito Brian, our national treasurer of the COP. She celebrates her birthday today. I want to say happy birthday to you, Quito Brian. We wish you many more years to come and all the best. Now, folks, I am who I am. I'm Henry Costa. I will not be silenced. And that is the verb, silenced, because people don't like what I say. I don't know how to be like that. I don't know how people say, man, you can't talk. There will be some things I will not say because of who I have become. But there will be some things that I would just not be allowed or not allow for people to make me not say at all. I mean, people can talk, yeah. But for you to say, oh, my man, I can't talk at all, no. I will not do that. I will speak my mind. That's just who I am. There's one thing about me. I am like porcupine gut. Too greasy to throw away and too bitter to swallow. Some people will not like me just because I do not support their side politically. If the day I start supporting them, I am the hero. I am the Messiah. I am, you name it. But when I don't support their side, then I am against them. Or I am a bad person. Then I am a blackmailer. Then I am a criminal. Then I am all manners of descriptions. They would heap on me. All manners of appellations and descriptions. Very sordid at that. I like that word, sordid. Now, but I will not change for anyone. I am who I am. I don't force anyone to watch our show. We don't do that. So, I thank you. But we got to get a backdrop for you. Somebody just said that. Sister Yasu Johansson said we got to get a backdrop for you. So, we got to find something. We got to make a banner, huh?
Okay.
We'll put it right behind you there. We'll put a banner there. We'll get our light. We'll put it behind you there. Because now people can see you. You see, so now you come and get in trouble now. You come and get more Jew, then we'll be calling you and all that kind of thing.
Not Julia. Don't be talking about Julia. Oh, yeah.
I just saying they'll be calling you. I say you'll be answering there. Answer.
Yeah, man, Anthony David, you're laughing. You know, may say one another Jew.
Oh, Anthony, there is a one another Jew.
Yeah, happy player.
Yeah, have a player. That man is the happiest man I know. Nobody I know can be laughing. He go to that ball. That ball is always happy. Yeah, they making me brother. Gee, bro, yeah, bro. You know, see, bro, may be laughing. They got a happy player. Man, always happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what jog wear every morning? What jog wear? Jog wear.
Worship, the chief in worshiping.
And you see, B Sister Nelly Savage again. She said I should be neutral. But you see, B Sister Nelly Savage, who are you to say I should be neutral? You have no right, no place to tell me what I should be and what I should not be. B Sister Nelly Savage, do you know why we are so influential and so powerful? Because we are not neutral. We tell people what to do. We tell people how to think. Some of you listen to us, some of you don't listen to us. Some of you agree with us on certain issues, some of you don't agree on certain issues. I am not here to be neutral. There is no neutrality in me. On every issue, I have a position. That is what makes me a political commentator. When they say neutral, when I'm not on their side, then Costa, be neutral. There's no neutrality in me. No neutrality. And people who are neutral, history does not remember them. Hello? History does not remember neutral people. Be neutral, yeah? Me, I'm not neutral. I guess I fight for my position. What jog wear?
You see, now I come before George, you see, now talk about Jew, but people now start threatening me. They say, when I catch Baka, name a Jew.
Yes, jog wear. Oh man, how many beer you drink today? How many large beer?
I stopped, man.
Look at Molly. See a fair looking blind. We gotta put light behind that. John, how much for a bottle of large beer now?
$4 large beer.
How much for a one cup of rice? Dogware knows the price of large beer at all times. You can wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, Jogware, how much for large beer? But I'm sure Jogware does not know how much for a cup of rice. Jogware, how much is the price of 1 cup of rice?
I gave him when last time I went market.
I know David say 50, 60.
50, 60, eh? Anthony David a bachelor, so apparently he can buy red alcohol. But y'all bring the man. Y'all show happy player to the people. Y'all go bring happy player. Let him make talk. Happy player.
Yeah.
The first you didn't make that the man even thought nothing. Yo, this man just laughing. You're crazy, man. You're very crazy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to our man, my fire, David. Where are you right now? Are you in? Yeah, man. Look at happy player. Mark Fire David, of course, he's based in Sudan, but South Sudan. But sometimes he goes to Uganda for the weekend and stuff. Shout out to you there, my brother. Man, but let him talk small. Y'all let happy player talk. Happy player, what's up?
So,
not bad. How you doing?
Yeah.
Don't speak better.
Man, speak small better, yeah. Now. Biela. Leshang. You work? By young, the man say you want American woman in America. I hope a Jew listening. Man, people, happy players say I'm a fine Jew in America. I hope happy players Jew listening, yeah. It means I'm a fine Jew in America. You the Liberian America, I'm gonna leave you. All right, thank you so much. These are where is Eduardo? Where is Eduardo? Oh, he can't hear the boss man.
Hey man,
Y'all been a man. These are the guys, folks, that make the Costa show happen. There's Emmanuel Weah. He is the head of operations. There's Bwakai, of course, you know, who is my co-host. And then there's George Guer, who is a technical guy. And then there's our man Happy Player, who makes sure everything is in order, generally speaking. Emmanuel Weah, what's up, my man?
Now, I thought they meant to inside of me. Now I'm gonna tell you, sing how that's poor man. Everybody wants to start a day. If you look at say way back.
They're trying sign. Okay, my man, that money I broke. So why I will do? I will see. Yeah, maybe someone I'll be when I was saying Sunday that morning, my man. But Anthony saying one woman from America, how will do that one?
No, I know they get it, man. Loving to
it. Would I spoil it, man? Who?
No, the man said thing. He said it live. My people, I was saying a happy player picture, yeah. So any Jew that is interested in happy player, I strongly recommend the man's a hard-working man and all that kind of stuff. All right, folks. Thank you so much. God bless you all and have yourselves a wonderful day. As far as the way the day looking, I will see. Huh?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good. All right, folks. This is how we're gonna bring this to an end. We're gonna